Welcome to the Flex Forward podcast, where grit meets growth. With your host, Nick Espanet, bringing you stories of resilience, reinvention, and the real climb to success.
All right, everyone, welcome to the Flex Forward podcast. Today, we're joined by Stephanie Belz. Stephanie wears a lot of different hats. I was talking to her before we started, and she has a lot of different neat things she's involved with. So I'm going to let her go over of those because she can do a much better job than I can on introducing them. So, Stephanie, welcome to the Flex Forward podcast. We're so glad to have you. Can you let our listeners know just a little bit about you and a little bit about what you do at all your different activities?
Sure. My name is Stephanie Belz, and I'm an occupational therapist by trade and a former teacher. And so I'm also a director at Texas Occupational Therapy Association, their political action committee. I am on the board of directors for an amazing organization called White Lens, where it's global digital child safety, and they're developing an amazing app with AI technology to protect children across the world. I'm also a mom to two boys that are at private school right now, and they're in grade 5 and 7. So I'm busy with their extracurricular activities as well. And yeah, I am a school-based OT. I write for Houston Moms, and they have over 35,000 plus moms in the Houston area. And so I write on a variety of topics there. So that's what I've been involved with. I dabble in a little bit of everything. And
yeah, so you've got that's a long list of stuff. I'm a very, very busy person and a mom. So what a blessing that you're helping other moms, that you're helping children in the white, I think you said white lanes.
White lens, yes.
Lens, okay. Awesome that you're able to give and help others out. And that's such a great thing. So how did you, getting into, either occupational therapy school is not easy to get into, to be the director and some of these things, there's probably a lot of competition for some of those different things. What is something that sets you apart and helped you achieve the level of success that you've had?
I think I pray about every situation that I'm in. I use like my religion in that. I also I go out and try. I am a cancer survivor, and one thing about cancer is it doesn't discriminate. And I was leading a normal life. I was just a mom, working a job. Like there was nothing out of the ordinary, just kind of sleeping my way through life. And then boom, one day you get that cancer diagnosis and you're like, wow. You start taking your life and analyzing it, and you're like, what areas are you passionate about? And instead of always just kind of living your life for other people, your kids, or doing what you need to get by, you start to look at things that are important to you and what's important in your life. We're only here for a short period of time, and so you need to make the most of it, your gifts, and helping people out and finding your passions. So when I was diagnosed with cancer, that was my wake-up call. I streamlined my diet and my workout routines, and it kind of causes your brain to just kind of do more and be more. And then all of a sudden, connections that you make start happening, and all of a sudden you find yourself the director at Texas Occupational Therapy, just delving into different things, organizations reaching out and connections. And so you get involved in things and find your passions, and then start there, and then reach out to people, and then apply for things, because you never know what'll happen or who you'll meet that connects you to your purpose, your greater purpose.
Yeah, something's... Lots of great things there, but stood out as apply for things. You got to try. If you don't throw your hat in the ring or attempt it, you'll never know if you could have succeeded at it or could have got that job or that opportunity. And preparing yourself. I mean, it sounds like you're involved in a lot of different organizations and groups, so that also helps you connect with people. That opens up some of those doors that you may not have ever had an opportunity to open up.
Correct. I mean, White Lens, for example, is It's started in Switzerland. They're getting a university to work on the bones of the AI technology there, and they were at the World Economic Forum recently, and they're just reaching the masses. And along the way, I guess you capture the hearts of people too. Like on my cancer journey, I met a lot of incredible nurses, doctors who helped me, and they just really cared. And then you're like, wow, all these people seem to really care about whether you live or die. And you see how hard they work, especially, too, being in healthcare is hard. It's draining emotionally and physically. And so making connections that way. And then they put me on their poster, and then they showed my story in the Post Oak Hotel in front of all these influential people and socialites. I think like baseball players were there and owners of baseball teams, and then you're rubbing shoulders with them all of a sudden. And so it's just pouring more into your life. Small little connections can lead to bigger things.
Relationships are so important in networking too, but then getting deeper in with those relationships. It helps so much. Just if nothing else, just so somebody else to have a hug, or or to learn something from is so important. So if someone, it sounds like you've had a lot of success connecting. If someone wants to get better at maybe with connecting with people or the relationships, do you have any suggestions for them?
Oh, sorry about that. What was that?
Oh, if somebody, you've had a lot of success with making connections and connecting with people. If somebody wanted to get better at making connections, have you come across anything that has helped you or anything you could recommend?
I do. I think that just having a natural ability to connect with people and talk to them and find out their story, and developing that really makes a difference. I mean, some of the most influential people that I've met, whether they are superintendents or CEOs of hospitals, they all had that it factor, sort of that ability to make a connection with someone on a deeper level. I would also say they prioritized kind of dressing right, and
looking professional,
working out, and taking care of themselves. But just having a deep love for getting to know people, their journey, and starting that has really helped a lot.
That makes sense. And being present when you're talking to them, you like getting to know them, and just being there, being present, I think is the best. That's awesome. What is one of the biggest challenges you've had to overcome in your career, in your path? I mean, I'm sure the cancer ranks up there, but you have that one or any others?
I believe also just having a lot of things happen at once. You just have to learn to concentrate and focus out of it. I remember when I got my stage 3 advanced cancer diagnosis, that was a really big thing. And so in my journey, and I was thinking, wow, I have 2 kids. I'm looking at facing death. But you know what? I'm going to concentrate. And if I'm going to go down, I'm going to go down trying hard to fix things, trying hard to work on my diet, trying hard to, forgive myself for past mistakes.
Sure.
You start working on all areas of your life. Only good things can happen at that point.
For sure. Yeah. That's awesome. You were going down swinging, it sounds like, and you didn't go down, but you were swinging. You came out battling. That's awesome. Well,
Yes.
It sounds like, things are going well now, and it's a lot of people start having success in their careers. They start considering potentially, different passive streams of income in the future as, start thinking about maybe supplementing or replacing, because with your career, you have to work to have the income. So, some people start thinking about different passive streams of income. Have you ever had any thoughts on, passive income or anything like any of those opportunities?
We do have a rental house that paid off, and that helps out a lot. And then just I think putting the extra money that you do have into different revenue streams and for the future, whether that's 403Bs, 401Ks, or just a brokerage account, and watching compounding work its magic, I think helps as well. Living below your means, but like if you're a shopper, look for ways to save. If I see something I like at the mall, I won't necessarily buy that right away. I'll think about it and I'll find it cheaper online or used, or so kind of saving where I can, and then splurging on important things like courses, small courses to help me in my professional career, or
to improve. That's awesome. Having some mentorship in there. Well, as we're wrapping up the interview, do you have any exciting plans or initiatives for the next 6 to 12 months?
I think that I'm starting to dabble in leadership types of things, and so I'd love to see where that takes me in my career. So I'm exploring that option and seeing what an OT degree can get me, as well as an education degree, but also something with a little bit of flexibility as well. And just continue to work on passions that have an impact. I think life is precious, and you need to use it for good. Every small little good you pour into somebody or pour into a foundation, it has ripple effects. That's basically what I believe.
Yeah, very well said. I mean, you can just be a little drop of something good. It doesn't have to be a bucket full or a swimming pool full. Just little drops can really go a long way. I don't know if that reminds me of a book just popped in my head with my kids called The Flower Man.
Oh,
and it's
wow.
a book that there's no words in it, but it starts out, the whole city's in black and white. And it's really grim looking and just dirty. And this man moves into an apartment with one flower, and he gives it to the little girl next door. And then the next page, there's more colors, and just from that apartment in this grimy looking city, it gets more colors and more colors. It was a picture book we had with our kids, but just that man coming in with one pretty flower and giving it to the neighbor girl in the apartment, and it just, by the end, the whole neighborhood is pretty and everybody's planted flowers and colorful, and everybody's smiling instead of being. But that was that book. I probably haven't. My youngest is 14, so it's been 8-10 years since we probably even looked at that book. But your story made me think of that, as just putting a little drop of kindness or goodness or beauty in something can go a long way. It's just one little flower.
It sure can. And actually, that's one of my other goals, is to write a children's book. So eventually I'd love to add author to my.
There you go. Hey, I bet you'll get there. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to share with our listeners, different things you've done, your path and your journey. It's been very inspiring. If people would like to get in touch with you, learn more about you, what's the best way to do that?
Through my LinkedIn profile or my Instagram, Stephanie Texas 832. You can follow me there too for my cancer.
Awesome. Stephanie, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a great few minutes getting to visit with you. And, everybody, please be sure to like and share this episode and pass it along to your friends. Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you very much, Nick. I appreciate it.
Thanks for listening to the Flex Forward podcast. If you've got grit, growth, and a great story, visit flexforwardpodcast.com/guest to apply and join us on the show.